way of Broski Frost there. 10 eliminations from the gamers over by Future and Takeoff. That's going to give them a solid, respectable 25 points for that game. They've pretty much confirmed their qualification. Thanks very much, Kill. Appreciate you, broski. So I think Future and Takeoff make it straight into the finals off of that. Matter of fact, let me look at that scoreboard real quick. Yeah, they were on 21 points before that. Adding in another 25 points on top of that, they're going to be up to 46. They're probably going to be first placed overall. So I'm going to say that those guys have definitely qualified into the finals. So good job to them. Looking down onto this scoreboard, though, I really feel like nobody else has confirmed a situation for themselves to make it into the finals just yet. Even looking at Coco Tazo and Red, I don't even see them in that. Yeah, I don't see them in that top 10 at all. So they had a good game, but they weren't even in the top 10. So they're going to go up the list. But I don't know, man. I don't know about that play. Starboy and YFX, 5th place with 10 total eliminations. They might make it in, bro. They might make it in based off that game. Great job from them. The players from Africa, a solid game from Starboy there. Able to get a bunch of points for the team. I'm actually curious where they're going to end up based off of the last game. And obviously based off this game, they might go into like the top 5 because they got so many points there. Going down the list, you can see a team that qualified before, not really having that good of a game. There's Kuro in there as well. M7, Nagdi, and Andrew, not really up to much either. QTR fell early also. Philippines fallen early as well. Rinka got 7 kills, but they died too early on for really a statement to be made. Of course, you can see up all Boz and Ken there with 4 eliminations, but bro, they've been having a tough time inside of these qualifications. Like I said at the start of the tournament, man, everyone in the community has gotten better because everyone wants to play at the highest level inside of these tournaments. So the difference between the tippity top players in the world and players that are really good and also at the top of the world is not that big. Whereas before, when we started these tournaments, the gap between the best and like the 25th squad inside of a tournament was massive. That gap really doesn't exist any longer. Everyone's very close in terms of overall skill, even inside of these qualification stages. Going down this list, you can see where everyone else placed. Vano, unfortunately, still having a tough day, along with Trevor and Lancelot, both teams from the Philippines, struggling here inside the qualifications. But that's going to be it for game number 3, chat. We're going to get ready to go into game number 4. 2 teams getting double-digit kills. One of the teams were the number 1 team, and the other team was actually from Africa. So good job to them, man. Hell yeah, good job for Africa right there. Getting ready to go into our 4th and final game, chat. Remember, our 4th and final game will be held over on Isolated. There was 2 games of Blackout today and then 2 games again of Isolated. That was game number 3 that we just watched. Appreciate everyone giving gifts over on TikTok. I see Marios. Thanks very much for all of those gifts, bro. I see you second on the leaderboard as well, man. How's the 4K? They're in the finals already. 4K has already qualified into the finals. We're good to go for game number 4. As soon as Madnan gives us the go-ahead, we'll get straight into it, chat. This will be our final game for the deadly day, though. So if you're new here, make sure to follow and subscribe. We host these qualifiers pretty often nowadays. I mean, we've hosted what? At the end of tomorrow's stream, we will have hosted $30,000 worth of COD Mobile Battle Royale tournaments in the last month. So it's been a big month for us, chat. It's been a big month. We didn't do one for a month because we had a sponsorship with another game. So we couldn't do it on that month. But hey, you know, we're back with a bang. 3 tournaments back to back is crazy. And we got more coming, chat. We got a lot more coming. Let me tell you that. We actually have a lot of big stuff coming, chat. A lot of big stuff coming, Bruski. All right, we're waiting for Maddan to get in and to start this up. Just had to time somebody out there because he was talking trash over on the YouTube. Where in Africa is Starboy from? Ask Cyclone on TikTok. You know what? Let me check the exact country in Africa my broski is from. Also, I didn't even realize this, but Olu Jokes and Lollipop are also from Africa. They're from Nigeria. I didn't even know that, and they're also in the leaderboard right now. So we have 2 African teams dominating, which that's the first time this has ever happened, where 2 African teams have dominated inside of a qualifier, chat, which is good to see. I love to see that. I love to see that indeed. It doesn't actually say here what country they're from. I think Dave is Nigerian though. I'm pretty sure the entire chef roster is from Nigeria. But going into that game, we had Olu Jokes X Lollipop also in the number 2 spot from Africa. We're getting into game number 4, chat. Game number 4. The finals will be at the same time as today, Doorbell. So right now, tomorrow, there will be the finals. Right now, tomorrow are the finals, Brewski. As we get ready for our final game.
Here we go.
Of game number 4. Everyone's landed in. Let's see where everyone's at, chat. See if we can see some familiar names in our last game of today's qualifiers, Chattington. 4K. All of 4K is in the finals for the people asking in TikTok. All of 4K is in the finals already. Let's go over onto Icons, the team from France here, playing against ENE. They've spotted the team, but it looks like they're not going to take that fight, so we're going to hop on board with a Bull Boz as he's already got a knock and a full kill. Wow, that's been happening. It looks like we've got a little bit of Filipino on Filipino action as well as Vano takes down 2 players from IE. It looks like Exodus is already fully eliminated and they're out of the competition. They did not qualify, chat. Yikes. They were actually in the top 7, I believe, after game number 1. But this time around, they're not making it through. Let's go over on to Team 14 as they're also in a fight. A lot of early game fights here. Starboy and YFX trying to make a name for themselves. It's the first time we've ever seen anyone from Africa do good on the ground. We've seen good players come through with the Jackal. Lollipop going down as well. That's not good, bro. Lollipop dying this early on. Oh dear, Oli doesn't even have a gun. It looks like he is in the clear though. There's nobody around him, so he doesn't need to worry about anything just yet. Not sure where his teammate actually even landed. Looks like they landed separately this time around. How many rounds is this? 4 rounds, and this is the 4th round. We're just waiting to get the scoreboards tallied up, chat. Then I'll update them on your screen after game number 3. This is game number 4, though. This will be the final game of today's qualifiers. For the next tournament, we may do 5-game qualifiers since we're only going to do one day of qualifiers for each tournament now. We tried out 2 for the last one, but I think it's better just doing 1 day of qualifiers. But who knows? We may change that in the future after July. You know, we'll just have to wait and see. Either way, chat, I'm yapping a bit too much, so let's hop into the action again. Go over to Abul Boz and Iken. They spotted a player here. They're able to take down one. Now the final player of the duo is still alive. Oh, dearie me. A third party's coming in here as well. We got 2 players right below and then 1 across the road from the GOAT. Takes down 1, Ken. Arguably one of the best players from the Middle East. Still alive here. It's a 1v1v1 situation. We got SpongeBob. Oh my god, what a nade. That actually hit. He's going to push straight into this. He doesn't realize that the third party is there. Player trying to stay alive. Shots go down. He's able to get the elimination, and SpongeBob's not going to third party and get that confirmation kill at all. He's just trying to stay alive here. Ken coming out on top once again. 5 eliminations from the board for this duo. Let's hope they can do something in this final game to make it into the finals of the duos tournament, which will be held tomorrow. Starboy and YFX still alive here as well. Over by Frigid Wetland. Looks like there's only 1 other duo around there. Suzu is also over to the left-hand side, but it's pretty far away, so I don't foresee them actually taking a fight with each other. Ifo gets his teammate back, Vano gets 2 eliminations. That's good. I'm glad to see him finally hopping onto the board this time around. They've had a really tough time so far. Either way, chat, I think my guess was correct as we watch and see if this fight goes down here. 1v2. SMRS comes through, but he blows himself up. Terrible play by Ivo. This might be the end of this team. It's going to be Koro Felon in a 1v2 with his teammate against Vano. While this goes down, though, and you watch this fight, chat, I'm going to go ahead and download the updated list of points. And as expected, Future and Takeoff are in the number 1 spot. They definitely could win today's qualifiers. The main story should be the top 7 teams that could go through into the finals and play against the biggest and best players in the world. Kuro doesn't realize that Vano was here the whole time, so he'll be able to get his teammate back, hopefully. Fingers crossed on that. Not sure when the revive flight is coming through, but I just want Vano to stay alive. This is a bad spot for him to stand in. A really bad spot for him to stand in. Oh dear, I don't know if I like this play. Oh, needs to crouch instantly. Oh my god. Oh, now he knows that he's there. That's not looking good whatsoever. Ivo. Oh, gets through. Look at the accuracy. This is a bad spot for Vano to be in. Ivo's finally back. Just about gets back in time before Vano ends up dying. Thank God they stayed alive for a little bit longer. But there you go. You can see it updated on your screen, chat. You can see it updated on your screen of where everyone currently resides. I'll hop on board with Rezox here. Is there anyone around him? Want to try and find a team that's in a fight or close to a fight. How about we hop on board and see what the Africans are up to here? The top tier African team. All right, have they dropped down this list? They have. So Olu, Jokes, and Lollipop from Nigeria went from 2nd place to 8th place. The question is, oh, there they are, YFX and Chef Dave in at 5th place here, but it's very close. They need to have another good game to qualify into the finals based off their performance today. I'm going to make the argument again, Future and Takeoff, they've qualified. The number 1 team on this leaderboard right now are already in the finals. They're our first team I would confirm into the finals. Roju, I don't know if they made it in just yet with that performance. And then everyone below them, nobody's safe. Nobody's safe from number 2 the whole way down to number 10. Nobody's safe there at all whatsoever. But at least we have our first qualifying team confirmed. The duo of Takeoff and Future. We've seen them a lot in the most recent tournaments, and they've been having a real good time of it. Especially recently. Oh no! Roju's eliminated, and I think that team's completely gone. What did I just say? Oh no, I think they're gone. They've been eliminated, like I just said. They're not confirmed into the finals with 33 points. I think they died there with 0 points, so they're going to end off today with 33. And I mean, that's only 8 more points than number 7, so they might get eliminated as well. The only team that I feel is sure to qualify is the number 1 team if they don't get any points this game. And you know what? Let's hop on board with them. They do have 0 points so far, but it doesn't really matter for them, so they're good for now. They're probably just going to try and stay alive, go into the central zone, and just make sure to guarantee their qualification. That's what I would do as well. Since it is the qualifiers, let's hop on board with this team from Nigeria now. They need to have a little bit of a better game. They need to do a little bit more fragging. You can see 9th place, we've got IE, Rinka, and Kataro from the Philippines too. So we'll hop on and see if we can find where they're situated. Looks like these Nigerians could third-party that fight over to the right-hand side. They've spotted a player right beside them as well. Lollipop not taking any shots over on board with them, though. The question is, IE still alive? Is that IE team still up? I don't know. I think we might have watched Rinka get eliminated early from Vano. They are both back, which is good for them. They need to have a seriously good game if they wanted to qualify now, though. A seriously top-tier game if we were able to see them make it to the finals. Abul Boz and his teammate combined for 6 total eliminations. I don't see them inside of the top 10, chat. I don't see them inside there. So they're going to need to have a really good game also. God, bad day at the office for a lot of these top-tier teams in the qualifiers, man. Bad day at the office. Is a Hipfire Hades being used this tourney or not good enough? It's being used unfazed. It's being used a lot. Being used a lot inside of the qualifiers for sure. Edzu, what are you up to? Doesn't have his teammate back just yet. We've seen some good things from team number 18 before, and it looks like they are throwing nades around, but there's nobody inside of this house right now. M7 are over on the side of them, though. They could come in with a little bit of a third party. Speaking of third party, here comes the 4th party. It's going to be a team that's qualified into the finals before using the medic strat, which is obviously anti-competitive. That's why we banned it. Oh, the third party has came through. Indeed it has. Andrew comes from the side, able to take down 1, and there goes the 2nd. M7, this is exactly what they needed if they wanted to stand a chance of qualifying into the finals. They've been having a real rough day so far.
Has been delivered.
Let's go and check out a team that we haven't looked at before. Sasu and 7. No kills for them. Rebar's also still in this tournament as well for any Middle Eastern fans that loves to see him. Oh, gonna knock themselves out of the car, but I don't think they really want to use it anyway. As we look over onto this final circle area, it's going to be going over by the snowboard collection point of the map, which is of course by Heat Overgrown Dormitory Ski Town. Shots going down by other teams. I would love to see where Kuro are, actually. Let's see what they're up to. As Felon is doing a lot of work here. These guys are actually from the USA. And it's very rare that we see teams from the USA do good. Team number 31, chat. Team number 31. No to Gulag? Hell no. I want to see Gulag in the game. We love Gulag. Chucky and Felon still alive. Do they have a spot in the zone? They do. Ooh, you know what? They're actually in a real good spot here. I think they're going to qualify, chat. I really do. I actually hope they do. A USA team making it through into the finals would be great. Oh, SMRS across the map, not able to land it. Let's hop on board to a team that is fighting, though. Oh, Suzu actually got knocked and eliminated, so I'll check out Icons instead. They were able to take down one player just moments ago. I think it was Reborn from Nigeria going down there. Don't see anyone else fighting just yet, but ENL did shoot a sniper shot across the map. Nope, they're not in a fight, though. Balls and Iken are trying to figure out if they want to take this fight against a team that have qualified in the past. They're not going to do it either. All teams playing a little bit more passively this time around, chat, as they do not want to die early, as all of them are around that 20-point range. They're all in the 20s. All in the 20s, chat. They're playing very, very slow compared to the first couple of games. Game number 1 was extremely fast-paced. If they played it a little bit slower there, they probably would have got more consistent points. Looks like M7 are on 7 eliminations, though. They should have the most out of any team inside of this game, and that is exactly right. Kuro are the only team close to them with 6. Oh, they could have hopped out and got a kill right there. That's a team that's really not up to much. That would have been a free double kill, but they didn't go for it. They're going for a position inside of the zone. As it collapses in, we'll be able to see where it's going to situate. It looks like Julio's still getting frags as well. 3 eliminations here. There comes the 4th onto Neo Zino. There is a guy, Idzu, behind them too. Are they going to take that fight? I'm not sure if they'll go for it. They might just try to stay alive. Looks like that's exactly what they're doing. They've healed themselves back up to full health. We do have access to see where the next zone is, chat. Oh my god, Yimbo just cross-mapped SMRS, that guy, outside of the car. What the hell? He insta-kill onto him as well. Didn't have a revive medic carrier, plate carrier at all. Now they're up to 5 eliminations. Not bad. Not bad at all for this game. These guys were already in the top 4 spots, so they might be able to concrete themselves, or cement themselves, I should say, into the finals. Kuro, where are they on the map? Over by the buy station. They should go into that building. Ooh. I can see a Balls in a little bit of a fight here. He's been eliminated. Now it all comes down to Ken to make something happen. A 1v2 situation. Shot goes down. He's able to clutch it up on the main stage. 7 eliminations. We need a big-time game here from a big-time player. He's going to get his teammate back into the action. With 7 kills on the board and a good placement, they could qualify themselves into the finals here for sure. But don't let that distract you from the fact that the Philippines team, Bano and Iveho's duo, are still alive as well. Never mind. Giving them a little bit of a caster curse this time around. They're going to be out there, not going to qualify into the finals. Like I said before, Bano might have peaked in terms of gameplay. Ooh, dearie me. My favorite African duo still alive here, but they're taking a lot of damage. Takeoff going up to them. Gonna die, unfortunately. There goes my favorite African duo. Oh, YFX could have done something right there, but they're going to go down to the #1 team inside of the tournament, and we're not sure if they're going to qualify there. My favorite Nigerian duo may be out. They were in qualification at #5, but I didn't get to see how many kills they had total, and they didn't get any placement points for this game, so they might have lost out to the finals because the #1 team pushed them. 8 eliminations now here for the best team from the Middle East. Shot's gonna go down with the grim ending. Memento Mori AK-117 skin in just a moment, I bet, as they're gonna be hungry for some more kills, as they weren't even in the top 10 going into this final game.
Airdrop incoming.
You know what I'm curious about, though? Where's the team from Nigeria? These guys, team number 21, Olu, Jokes, and Lollipop. Going into this game, they were 8th place. They were 1 point. Actually, no, they were 3 points behind the other African team, and now they're about to take a fight against ENL, Coco, and Red. Will they go for this aggressive push, or will they play for placement? If I was them, I would play for placement. It's less risky. The kills will always come. As you can see them crouching around this mountain, they don't want to reveal their location. That is a good play from them, if I have to say so myself. Kuro, both players still alive. Rebar also in the action as well. Only 2 kills on their side, though. As Brandon and Magio are in a fight. We've seen these guys qualify into finals before. I don't think they're going to qualify this time, though, as there's no medic to be used here. This should be a 1v2 easy. Never mind. Rewind play comes through. Able to get his teammate back. It's going to be one of the final revive flights. Look at this zone, chat. It's going to go into the building area. It's going to be a very packed end game here, chat. Very packed indeed. He's going to need to use another rewind, but he's not going to get it in time. What a shot with the shotgun, but he's still going to die, unfortunately. See you later. That team is eliminated. No kills on the board from them. They're not making it into the finals this time around. They've made it in before, but unfortunately for this duos, when it comes down to mechanical skill, they are not making it in. Makako not able to get the confirmation of a knock onto that team. Let's hop on and check out a bull boss as Ken has just got a knock with a nade. Is he going for the play? Oh my god, he's going for one of the best teams here. Kill confirmed. Wow, what a play. Julio's still alive, though. He might go for this as well. 8 kills on the board. Hyper-aggressive play here coming through from the GOAT of Middle East. I just seen that other African team did fall with no kills on the board, so we might have ended up seeing no Africans qualify into the finals. We'll have to wait for that final scoreboard to come up. But it was a disappointing game number 4 after such a great performance over the course of the other 3 games. Let's hop on and see what Julio's up to here as he makes it away from Ken to stay alive for a little bit longer. These guys are up for qualification based off their kills right now. They'll be into the 30-point range. They're probably going to take over Roju here if they can stay alive for placement points. Yimbo is eliminated fully, so he won't be able to come back. M7, another team that hasn't been up to much, but this game with 8 eliminations, they could definitely qualify into the finals. We'll have to wait and see what they're able to do here, though. As they're looking around, like I said before, this zone is crazy. Lots of teams in this end game. Retired, throwing a nade through the glass. Is it going to land? On to Nero. Nope, not going to land just yet. Does try to shoot him. Not going to make any work of that. Reap and Sexo also making it into the zone. These guys qualified into the finals before, but it doesn't look like they're qualifying this time around. Rezox, on the other hand, taking a bunch of shots with the XPR across the map. The zone's folding in now, chat, so it's about to get absolutely hectic. The question is, who do we watch in a situation like this? I'm going to keep on board with the Icons as they've won a tournament in the past. Trapmaster going down here from the GOAT himself from France. They're rotating into the zone. They don't have a solid spot to tech yet, and Kuro is below them, one of the teams that have qualified pretty much. They've almost confirmed it at this point, but now we're going to hop on and check tech off and Future out, as these guys definitely have made it into the finals. They have so many points plus 3 kills. That's going to bring them up to 49. Looks like they may end with a 50-point banger in the qualifier stage. They just need to stay alive for a little bit longer and get 1 placement points. Future taking shots over onto Rebar's teammate. It's looking likely that it could happen here. It says Satan's going to go down, but a bull balls and Ken right in front of them, though. This is going to be an interesting fight to watch. Takeoff using the snowboard to get even further up the zone. A bull balls and Ken about to be in a little bit of a fight here. Razok did go down there. Just seen that in the kill feed. Takeoff trying to make something happen here. His teammate is alive. Rebar's still outside of the zone, as you can see. Really far out. He does have the revive medic plate carrier. Future doesn't spot that team from behind him. There is a team from the Middle East pushing in from the side. It's going to be a 2v2 situation. A bull pause and Ken do rotate away. They're now on top of the bridge, and Future's in a bad spot here. He doesn't realize how close that team actually is towards him. Khaled does go down. Veteran is very weak here as well. A little shot across the map would finish him off nicely. Not going to happen as he pops down in a defender. A bull pause and Ken rotate down below this time around. They didn't want to take that fight on top of the bridge. Nade comes down, does hit them, but doesn't get a crack onto them. Veteran should die here. There we go. Future able to confirm that kill. These guys are on an absolute tear inside of these qualifiers. Rebar, that should be a free kill for Takeoff here if he's able to do it. Not sure if he's going to go for it. Rebar might actually land himself in a solid spot, but it's not going to be quick enough because the zone is rotating into the next spot. Takeoff and Future live to fight another day, and a bull pause and Ken are able to pick up that kill. Now we're looking at a couple of different players here from a lot of different teams trying to get their way into qualification stage. M7 still alive in this participation. They do have a lot of kills here. Along with Kuro, Andrew goes up top, able to land a shot onto Felon. That was a really good shot from him. Chucky last alive in the Kuro roster. They need to land this shot onto him. Andrew, you gotta hit this shot. He's not gonna go for it. His teammate's trying to, but it's not gonna happen either. A bull pause and Ken need to win this game if they want to stand a chance of qualifying as well. So we've got M7 and the best Middle Eastern duo of all time in a little bit of a back and forth here. He's gonna go down. It's all down to Ken to make something work. He doesn't have the smoke bomber to see through that smoke, unfortunately. He stays alive for a little bit longer. There are only 4 teams left alive. Tech off and Future on the tippity top of the bridge here now. They controlled the top of the bridge the entire time. A bull boss goes down with 10 kills in 5th place. Never mind. Got that a little bit wrong, but I guess it's going to be 4th place anyway. Tech off in Future. SMRS. Don't know if that landed. That's a bad spot for him to be in. Future last alive and the team able to take down one. Doesn't turn on the teammate though. A third party could save him. Not going to happen in time. And M7 looking like they could take this final game. It's going to be likely here as Andrew pushes up really quickly. Saxon goes down. And M7 with a 16 kill win might have just banked their spot into the finals based off that game alone. That's going to guarantee them 31 total points off of one game. And going into that match, 31 points would have put them in 3rd place. Obviously, you need to get top 7 to qualify into the finals. And that's going to be the last game, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get the scores wrapped up real quick, as fast as possible. But M7 with a last-ditch attempt to qualify might have just done it. Inside of that game, 31 points in one game is unbelievable. You can go down and see Reap along with Goat Sexo also having a really good game there. 20 total points for them as well. Future and Tech off a consistent game. Not a good one, but a consistent one. They're able to get quick mass on the board for that. 12 total points off of their kills and placement. That'll bring them up to about 58 total off of the 4 games. A Bull Boz and Iken, they finished in 4th place with 10 points. That's also going to be a pretty good game from them as well. We'll have to see if they skirt up the leaderboard there at all. Kuro are definitely qualifying with 11 kills though, that's for sure, as they were already in qualification spot going into that game with 25 total points. So they've definitely qualified into the finals. ENL, Julio, and Yimbo, I would make the argument they've qualified as well, as they were also inside of the top 7 going into that game. They finished in 6th place, so they're definitely into the finals as well. It's really up for debate with everyone else. Those 2 Nigerian rosters, we don't know where they placed. They didn't get many points, if at all any points, that game around. I think Olu, yep, Olu, Jokes, and Lollipop. Unfortunately, that Nigerian duo is not making it into the finals for sure. We'll still need to catch up on board with YFX and Starboy to see if they've made it into the finals. Ivo and Vano, unfortunately, the Filipino duo do not make it into the finals either with their 5 kill, 20 place finish. There is a lot of different teams here that didn't perform well in that final game that are going to drop down the leaderboards. So anyone that did perform well could have a chance to go up there very quickly. Rinka, I mean, they were 9th place. They got 0 points that match. They're definitely not qualifying. Very disappointing performance from all of the Filipino teams this time around in the qualifiers. Luckily enough for us, there's a lot of Filipinos teams in the finals, whether it be with 4K or some of the other rosters that have made it into the finals already. But you look through this entire list, chat, and I mean, a lot of big names not doing big performances. There's a lot of good players in the world right now, chat. There's a lot of good players coming up. It looks like 4 teams actually got over double-digit kills this time around, so that's a big game for those 4 teams. We had, of course, M7. We had the team that qualified last week that also got over double-digit kills. We had a Bull Boz and I can get over double-digit kills. And then we had Kuro get over double-digit kills. So 4 teams getting over 10 kills. Not bad for those guys. I feel like all of those 4 teams may qualify into the finals. It'll be interesting to see what Reap and a Bull Boz's team land at in terms of overall points, because we're not sure where they are totally right now. Going into that game, you can see Future Tech off for a number 1. Roju and Frostblue may not qualify because they died with very little points, if any points. Icons were in at 3rd place. That's a team I didn't actually look at. They got 5 kills with 1 point for placement. 6 total points is going to bring them up to 34. So that will take them just above Roju if those guys didn't get any points. Remember, if there is a tiebreaker on 7th place, it'll be judged off which team won the most games, and then after that, if they won the same amount of games, which team had the most kills. So it goes by wins, and then it goes by kills right after it, chat. So we'll have to wait and see if there is a tiebreaker. I don't know if there will be. I don't know if there will be, chat, but I mean, anything's possible inside of a iferg tournament qualifier. That's for sure, chat. That is for sure. Anything's possible. Absolutely, chat. Looks like production is cutting up the scores. They're almost done. If I had to guess, I'ma say a Bull Boz and I can qualified. I'ma say they got in. I don't know about Goat and Reap. I don't know how they didn't perform well in any other game. Whereas a Bull Boss and I feel like they were just outside of the top 10 up until that point. And like this good game is going to shoot them over the edge, right? This good game is going to shoot them over that edge. But on YouTube, this is the scoreboard. I'm going to put it in the middle of the screen. I'm going to put it in the middle of the screen as well for TikTok as well, just so you can see it for now. And then we'll update it as soon as production lets us know where everyone else kind of situated themselves, chat, because it's going to be a close one between all of those teams. Like I said, going into that game, I mean, everyone from 10th the whole way down to 3rd were within 7 points of each other, which is crazy. It always seems to be this way when it comes to duos. It's always very, very close inside of duos. I'm hearing YouTube chat is saying a Bull, Balls, and Iken didn't qualify. That's what Broken Heart's saying over on YouTube. Also, thank you very much for the $50 dono, Ghost. Long time no see, man. Thanks very much, bro. For the $50 super chat, man. I appreciate it. That's just going to go to more prize winnings in the future of the tournaments, bro. Thank you very much, Ghost Caught. I appreciate it, dude. It actually has been a long time no see, brother. Been a long time no see indeed. All right, chat. We're getting the final scores. It's going to be a good one, chat. It's going to be a good one. I'm hoping... Bro, I think we should do Ferg favorites in the finals. I would like to have Ferg favorites at the start of every final so that you guys can see who I think is going to win the tournament. Like my top 3 favorites of who I think is going to win every tournament. If I had done it last time, I would have been completely wrong in the last duo event. I would have put Loading and Slayer in there. And I would have put, yeah, I would have put Lotex and Gut in there too. I think there was a little bit of a language barrier which kind of held them back. I know that Senior J and Kirst are really good, but I just did not foresee that happening the way it did. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, bro. Host a tournament for viewers too. This is a viewers tournament. Anyone's allowed to join this. Any viewer that thinks that they're good enough to compete against the very best is allowed to play in the qualifiers. That's how we rock it. We allow anyone from the community to hop on and try and duke it out with the best of the best. That is what we do, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we got the updated scoreboards right here, chat, and there is not a tiebreaker. Oh, this is sad. This is sad, chat, for a couple of teams, but it is good for a lot of different teams, chat. It's good for a lot of different teams, man. The person in the chat that said about a Bull Boss and